but he has the speed and other athletic ability to go with it.
And he's set to throw on first down. Dumps it short up across the 30 and a first down to Michael Pittman. The ball's out. Rolls out of bounds, but did the Texans get to it first? Let's see.
Watch him trying to harass Anthony Richardson all day long.
On 3rd and 3. Richardson flips for the first down. Across midfield, Kyle Granson. Richardson to throw, quickly gets rid of it. That's Mo Alley Cox working his way down to the 20 and inside the 20. Shoved. It's another Colt first down. Mo Alley Cox first catch of this season. Richardson straight ahead. Anthony Richardson is in the end zone for a Colts touchdown. And that deserves a wow. On 3rd down 5. Stroud is going to be sacked. Ball comes out. I think they may have ruled him down. Let's check what the official says. But the Colts were back on it. Io Odango came out of there with it for Indianapolis. But let's see. I thought I saw the official pointing down. Oh, well, that looks out.
Yeah, it looks like, well, it's hard to tell. Let's see if that right knee comes down. No, that ball is definitely out.
We have a reversal. It is a fumble and a recovery for the Colts. They will take over at the 15-yard line. Second lost fumble for Stroud. Keeping is Richardson. And Anthony Richardson into the end zone for his second touchdown of the day.
Where Shane Steichen tells Anthony Richardson, hey, we get this look. You get that keeper, and Stewart comes in there late with a nice pop that you're going to be physical and want to go tackle him. He's that fierce of a runner.
3rd and 4, the throw right on target to Nico Collins. Inside the 40, the 35. It's first down for Houston. On 3rd down and 6. Dalton Schultz in motion, the tight end. Stroud from the pocket for the end zone. The catch made. It's Nico Collins for a Texans touchdown. From the 25, fake to Moss. Good blocking up front. He's got room to run, and he'll throw that. It looked like his left hand. Did you see that? He got rid of that ball. Richardson fires. Incomplete. It was right on target.
Collins and Robert Woods that were his primary targets. Adele is in there now.
Stroud, the blitz is on, and he's nailed at the 26-yard line. E.J. Speed with the sack. Moving around is Michael Pittman. Hesitation, a throw, and it's caught. That's Alec Pierce. Let's check in with Jen.
Yeah, Chris, you're right. The Colts fear a possible concussion. They started the evaluation process in the blue tent and decided it needed to continue back in the locker room.
Former Buffalo Bill. This time Minshew will flow one wide open. The catch is made. It's Will Mallory inside the 20 of Houston. Moss. Zach Moss, first down. Zach Moss, touchdown. Offensive line did a nice job of opening up the hole as Gardner Minshew steps in for Richardson.
We got to score some points. We want to stay in this.
Fake to Singletary. Stroud has time and throws right on target to midfield. It's Collins again. Collins at the bottom of your screen. Stroud to the middle of the field that he overthrew to get the Texans just a little bit closer. Snap, hold, kick, everything is good. So that's 20. Meantime, on 3rd and 4, Minshew, he can run himself. The throw is on target, and that's a first down at the 43-yard line. The throw caught and good enough for the first down.
Tavier Thomas not able to get there in time.
Sideline throw. Has held up. Minshew, pressure on. He's got the throw. Inside the 5, Josh down.
going to try and stop and cuts back to the inside. Gets a nice gain for the first.
15 seconds and counting. Minshew, the quick snap, throws. The catch made. Did he reach across in time? Kylan Granson. It's short here. He tried. All he has to do is break that plane, and from that angle,
oh, that's close,
but not ruled a touchdown. So any review would have to be, this is a better look.
See if they're going to challenge this thing, because
they wouldn't challenge under 2 minutes, right? It would be an automatic.
Yeah, that's right. It would come from the booth.
See, Carl Jefferson is going to make the announcement now.
The runner stretched the ball out inside the pylon across the goal line prior to touching out of bounds. It is a touchdown.
Couldn't maneuver in the pocket.
Stroud this time steps into the throw, and leaping is Nico Collins across the 40, and that's a first down. Facing a 3rd down and 12. Damian Pierce, and that goes nowhere. Kenny Moore, the first of the Colts, one of many to get there, and it's going to be 4th down.
Just wear a little bit of clock out with that run game.
Minshew to throw. And right on target. It's Alec Pierce with the catch. Minshew completes and close to a first down. It's up there, out, and through. There you go. Down the middle is Nico Collins. He's sure-handed, fighting for every yard to the 26-yard line. Pick up a 23 yards, and Collins is over 100 receiving yards. Stroud trying to bring his team back. He's got inside the 15-yard line.
You see a little bit of acting, too.
Stroud in the pocket. He's got to get rid of it, and instead he will be sacked. Yeah, they were at the 2 a moment ago, and they were going the wrong way, so they takes any kind of a 4th down gamble out of the mix from 36 yards away, and got it. Okay. When he's had time and he's delivered to Collins, I mean, he's been sharp. Going to hesitate. Wide open. Sideline throws. Robert Woods. Did he stay in bounds? No. The official says he stepped out of bounds. Tough balancing act inside the 40.
From defenders, but just the pressure you feel being the 2nd overall pick.
Stroud, middle of the field. He's got the catch for the first down. Brevin Jordan.
C.J. Stroud just sees the field so well when he has a clean pocket.
And open again. Completion into the end zone. Tank Dell from Houston has the Texans touchdown. Looks one way. There's the dump off. Did Moss get the first down? He looked short. Thomas came up to make a tough stop on him. The pass is caught in traffic. Robert Woods on 3rd and 10. Play clock down to 2. The snap. The blitz is on. The throw is out. He's got him. Collins inside the 40. First down, Texans. Career day. Pick up a 32. Stroud throws. Schultz to the 25-yard line. Another first down. At least make it a one-possession game, whether it's a touchdown or a field goal. He's in trouble. Walks right into a sack after he couldn't find running room. And the Colts get the sack.
You're going to be able to get outside.
So they only have one timeout remaining. Stroud is well protected here. Throws incomplete. Fairbairn up there, out there, way off there. And that'll also end his string to fight through it all. Stroud. And that's fitting the way the Colts defense has played. DeForest Buckner with the sack, the 6th of the game for the Colts. And we'll wrap things up from Houston in just a moment.